Alhamdulillah wa salatu wa salam ala rasulillah ma ba'd. The question is asking here, I want to start off a business partnership with another person. This is known as a mudaraba. The capital that I'm going to invest is 100% halal. Because all my wealth is, alhamdulillah, 100% legitimate. The person, however, that I'm going to invest with, I know that they've got haram income. Can I get involved with a business? Can I get involved in a business venture with such a person when I know that they've got haram wealth coming in? Now, we did this in class. We said that haram wealth is of two types: haram wealth, which is haram in and of itself, and wealth which is haram because of the manner that it's acquired, not because it's haram in and of itself, but it's the way that it's acquired in the Sharia. That makes it sinful for that person, but it actually becomes theirs. Right, what's the difference? The first one is something which doesn't belong to them. It will never belong to them, such as stolen goods, such as things which have been taken oppressively, by force, etc. That wealth has to be returned back to its owner, or given, if you can't find the owner, or given for the public to benefit from. There is no disagreement between the ulama that category of wealth, if it is used to start off business with, then that business partnership is batil, null and void, as if it never existed. The second category, which is wealth which is acquired in a haram manner. So now I've sold something haram, na'udhu billah, may Allah protect us. There is consent between the vendor and the consumer. So he's given me something and I've taken something in return, and he's happy and I'm happy. It's just that in the Sharia, the thing that I've sold is not very good. It's not allowed. So that now becomes my wealth. The Sharia recognizes that as that being your wealth, because that is now haram still though for you, but it's your wealth because of the way that it's acquired. Now the majority of the ulama have said that still has to be given away in sadaqah. You can't keep any of it. And if you were to use that for a business partnership, then from the conditions of al-mudaraba, that the capital must be 100% halal. And if there is anything haram in a mudaraba partnership which is being used as capital, then the whole mudaraba is invalid. This is the view of the majority of ulama. So the majority of ulama have not differentiated between the two types of haram wealth. They have said any kind of haram income that is used as capital for a business partnership, then it is batil. That's the view of the majority. The Shafi'iyya have said that it's makruh for you to have a business partner who's injecting capital which is based on wealth which is haram. They have said that it is makruh, but they have said that there are three conditions. Number one, it can't be something which is haram in and of itself. It has to be the second type of haram wealth, which is what is acquired in a haram manner. As for the first category, then they would not accept that either. The second condition that they have placed is that this person doesn't have a great deal of haram wealth which is acquired in a bad manner. So even, let's say, for example, the person is selling alcohol in his shop, na'udhu billah, but he's selling bread and he's selling milk and he's selling, most of the things that he is selling are things which are permissible. But he might be selling alcohol, he might be selling cigarettes, or he might be selling lottery tickets. So the income that's coming in from that, 5%, 10%. So they have said that the person that's investing, most of his wealth is okay. And this has been mentioned about Suyuti, etc. So that's the second condition. If most of his wealth is haram, then some of them have said that that's not acceptable. Because now most of his wealth is haram. The third condition that they have placed, now this is really important for us to understand, because now what we're talking about here is this applies to the Muslim and the non-Muslim. Okay, so we're talking about business partnerships with irrespective of religion. And that's why this third condition is important, which is that you, the Muslim, are overlooking the business transactions. So imagine you've got a person who is not a practicing Muslim, he's got haram wealth coming in. Or you've got a non-Muslim and he's got haram wealth, but not a lot, so you want to, get into a business partnership with him. You have to be hands-on with this transaction, with this business partnership that you've got with that person, so that to make sure that what you are dealing with is in the halal manner. For me, the latter is more correct, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows best, which is the view of the Shafi'iyya with the conditions that they have placed. And we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that He blesses us in whatever He gives us, and He increases us in goodness in the dunya and the akhirah. هذا والله أعلم وصلى الله على محمد.